what have I done? I mean, seriously, this goblin horde is frighteningly huge, and I have a journey ahead of me where I'm going to be painting all of this. And if you haven't seen this before, if you're new to the channel, this is 10mm scale, which is why each individual one looks so tiny. I'm going to do this in quite a new and possibly interesting way, depending on how you see it, maybe a punishing way for me at least. And that's going to start this coming Friday. And it's basically going to be a little challenge that if I fail to upload on time on the Friday at 2:15, then I have to give away whatever I've painted that week in that session to one of you guys. By the way, it's just me today. It's just Hayden. I'm Hayden. The Wizard's just...
Oh, I'm still here, mate.
But every Friday, the Wizard's going to be back doing his usual, you know, brand of self-deprecating sarcasm.
Every Sunday.
So I'm going to do like a bit more of a vlog where I can just be a bit more honest and vulnerable about what it's like running a YouTube channel and doing the hobby at the same time as like working, all that stuff. So yeah, this is one of the war wagons. I just think they're awesome. Yeah, we'll do that hero there. Don't know if you can see like this, like that, this. Yeah, and maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll do a strip of one of these. We'll see how far we get. But you think this is a bad situation? Come and have a look at this. What is going on in here?
I'm selling Lego.
How much Lego? What kind of Lego?
Minecraft Lego. Get my Lego. Please get it, I want to be rich.
Oh yeah, we have fish now, and they're awesome. And I like to stare at them. Sometimes I like to get a magnifying glass, and then I look at them, and then they're even closer. So what were you doing? Oh yeah, goblins. Let's paint a couple of goblins then, I suppose. So yeah, this basically started because I've been watching Trent Holbrook's vlogs, and they're just amazing. And then he did an episode and said that a lot of people he knows are getting into these vlogs, and to let him know if you have a vlog and to send it to his playlist. So I thought I'd give it a go. So raw. Am I raw enough yet? Yeah, it's probably decent. Right, nice. So yeah, I'm fully gonna get into this war wagon. Not actually get into it, because like it's far too small for me to get inside of that. Yeah, Dan just like, not only did he share the files with me, he printed this stuff for me because he knows I hate printing, and my printer has been sort of out of action for ages, and then I moved house. He's also a Patreon. Like, I appreciate all of my Patreons. They're just absolutely amazing, all of them, and so talented. So yeah, this is a thank you to my Patreons. I'll put up the names there. We often have chats on the Discord while we're hobbying and stuff. They keep me sane. Some sort of like pathological thing now, but every time I see the little strips, it gives me like a stress reaction. I have a tendency to make hobbies into work. That's the same for pretty much anything. It's a passion-based work, definitely, but I can't not do and create obsessively. And if I stop, or if, say, I don't know, I lost the channel or whatever, it's like I caught myself asking the question today, like, what am I without it? Probably should prime something, like actually paint something now. But yeah, what's really cool about this whole desk is it's on wheels. So I need to move it to try and, oh no, hang on. Let's move the light first there. It's on wheels, it moves. So we're gonna have to find some primer now. And it's on the other side of the table. There's all these storage bits, I'll show you now. So yeah, slightly weird light, but yeah, this is the storage part of the table. Let's show you a bit closer what we've got going on here. So yeah, in here, got all the primers and stuff like that, PVA, things like that down here. So we need a matte black, and I don't know if it's actually got any left. Nope. Okay, slight issue, I'm out of black primer from the rattle can, but that's fine. That means I get to show you the other bit of storage, which is down here. In the absolute pitch black. That's good, isn't it? Here we go. All right, nice. So yeah, got all my paints down there. Not particularly well organised yet. Basically moved in like a couple of weeks ago. So that's my excuse. There you go. Yes! Get in. Right, cool. Got some Vallejo black primer, so we can just paint that straight on with a paintbrush. It's just on my hard drives. Yeah, sometimes I do this because basically, like, you know, I run out of rattle can or whatever, or I had that one time when things went terribly wrong and it just came out all like bubbly and weird. Sometimes I use this thing here just to get rid of like supports and stuff, like depending on how weird they are. Look at this, so cool. So basically what's going on here, we've got two goblin heroes, I suppose you could say, or villains, more like, and they've stolen some dwarven armour to wear, and you know, so probably in Moria. I'd like to think they're in Moria. I just think that's really cool storytelling in a miniature design. I think Dan did an amazing job with doing that with these. I remember being incredibly excited when he did it, and he was excited about it too, and rightfully so, man. I'm excited to like paint this up. Gotta find a brush that's not completely fucked, but also isn't too great, because we're just priming. That is just... So yeah, I'm really excited about this concept on Friday, giving it a go anyway. And like, obviously the general idea is there'll be forfeits, and I think a nice opportunity for you guys to like throw in some funny curveballs as the weeks go on. And to be honest, it's like, for me, a good way of like splitting up a massive project like this. I'd be so happy just doing this every day. And to be fair, if you'd like to like help me do that, then just subscribing, liking, putting the notification bell on, because I've noticed that I've got an incredibly low notification bell statistic, and apparently that's a bad thing. I was like, all right. But also, if you want to go further, I do have a Patreon, like I said earlier, and the link's in my description. I think on these Sunday episodes, or to be honest, I don't want to put too much pressure. Whenever I get these ones out, I don't want to put a timer on these ones. I'd like to give you guys a chance to do a bit of Q&A. I'll start doing a Q&A section. Anything you'd like to know about 10mm or me or whatever, drop it in the comments below, and I'll pick a few to read out in the next episode. Yeah, it's really dark. I don't know if you can see me. I look a bit like a burglar in the night. I'm just filling up my water in the outside tap. Water! The main reason I started this channel way back when, if you guys were there at the start, it was me and Finn. And if you're watching, Finn, thank you for getting me out of my own head. I don't know about you, but like, you go on Instagram, you see like the most amazing paint job you've ever seen, and you look at your own stuff and you think, I think that was part of the attraction to trying 10mm, because it's a little bit different, and it's less about individual paint jobs and more about a cohesive army. I want huge armies, and that's part of this. It's terrifying looking at this, but that is the aim. And then eventually have like a massive battle. Work and effort. And usually I would dry brush in between, but I didn't feel like this one needed it, because the rattle can actually did a pretty good job this time. It's always better with airbrush. Yeah. And they're so unbelievably small. I'm going to try out Striking Scorpion Green. It's a bit wild, but I've had really good results from this before, and if I need to go darker, I can. It's all good, so I'm going to try it out for the faces and the hands and that. So yeah, that's actually looking pretty cool. And because these are so dark in general, having just something that pops, like this Striking Scorpion, I think is awesome. Okay, cool. Right, it's time for my favourite bit, and these are paint pens. Well, specifically they're AK play markers. They're the only ones I've tried, so it's all I know. A bit like that, yeah. Yeah, I think this is what's gonna make the heroes stand out so much, because, you know, obviously This guy's had to defeat a dwarf, and I think for these guys that's a really big deal, and it also means that the silver is going to make these pop on the tabletop, so you know who the heroes are at a glance. And then I'm going to do red for all the bits of what I think are cloth. I'm going to do a black wash now. Yeah, I mean, it's already pretty dull. I'm just going to make it proper dirty and nasty. Yeah, this step is working particularly nicely here on the Goblin Heroes. See, the gold just adds so much. It's quite uncomfortable having my face and chin so tight to this table. Here's a happy little weird accident. So I forgot I had all this peachy flesh, and for a second I thought it was brown, and then I started to put it on and correct some patches I'd missed, but it's really cool. It's actually creating this sort of, well, patchy, weathered brown. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Now, in my pockets, warming up, I've got some dirty down rust and dirty down moss. Yeah, this is in the perfect spot, ready to go. Yeah, this is perfect. I've heated it up a bit. It's ready to go. Right, I think the rust is in a good place too. Used to hope it is. It's sort of bottom of the barrel. So while I was in this sort of like freestyle mode, not thinking about crazy camera shots and stuff like that, I got a cool idea for the base. There's some ash, because someone had been burning stuff before we moved in, wood or whatever, which is a cool sort of like Moria ground texture. I smashed it. I keep finding these rocks like concrete or something, but they're slightly red. So I'm going to mix these two together, and I've just spray painted a, come with me, base grey. So I would have put these on normal bases, but this is basically just to get an idea of what the bases could be. So I'm trying to get an idea of this together, and it's going to be similar, I think, to what the troll base ended up as for the trolls. So it's going to be a similar thing to that, but I'm going to try this new ground recipe, see what we get. All right, I'm done, but I definitely got carried away and added a lot more stuff than I thought I was going to add. Like, I almost forgot about these spears, and I don't know if they're like shoot out or if they're like going like that as it moves, but either way, it's absolutely dope. And added a lot more goblins. So I thought, in fact, let's get a bit closer. There's quite a lot of detail on this. All right, here we go. Okay, cool, that's better. So now you can sort of see a little bit more of the detail that we've got going on. And I even ended up making a 28mm version, because like same design, but Dan's made these versions available. I just did like a bit of a speed paint job. Harry said he wanted a goblin, so I thought, you know, nice. Yeah, see you on Friday, I suppose. Yeah, so I think a lot of the time I'm giving myself value based upon how much I've made. You know, the projects I'm working on, how many views. Oh, hang on, I've just forgotten something. Yeah, whatever, don't listen to that guy. We want perfect edits, big views, big projects. We want it now, we want it, hey. Yeah, sorry about that. So, stop trying to be perfect and try and ignore that voice. You're gonna